Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. I am very pleased to bring to you today the first deck from a new creator, Arky the 7th, who has exploded onto the custom Sentinels scene with a whole host of IP-based hero decks. And the first one we're going to be looking at is Adora from the new She-Ra cartoon. Arky has done something like a dozen or more decks from She-Ra, and, where better to start than with the title Hero. She is going to be trying to take down the Ritual of Naphos variant for Gloomweaver, created by Adelphophage. Fighting alongside Adora are Dr. Medico Malpractice, the new Captain Gyrosaur variant, and Benchmark Supply and Demand, and they'll be fighting an Oblast Crater because the environment that I was going to use today is kind of broken. I don't know what happened to it. Hopefully they'll get fixed. So let me take a look at Adora real quick here, because she has a setup card. It says you can only activate effects that match the icon displayed on your current character card. When Adora is incapacitated, flip her character card before removing her cards from the game. So you can see her base card, she's got a little crystal on it, and then when she turns into She-Ra, she gets a sword. I actually never noticed before that her pose goes like over the HP and the side of the card. That's really awesome. Damn it. I love people doing that. Alright, so there's going to be some sword swinging, and it's going to be a good time. Ritual of Naphos says, put all zombie servants, 2 different random cultists, and 2 different random voodoo pins in the villain trash, put a random villain relic into play, and the other 2 relics under Gloomweaver. So our first relic is the Drum of Despair. That sucks. Reduce damage dealt by Gloomweaver by 1. Start of the villain turn, for each voodoo pin, Gloomweaver deals a target by it 2 irreducible fire damage, and the voodoo pin 2 irreducible fire damage. When a cultist is destroyed, he summons a zombie. End of the villain turn, shuffle the trash, reveal the top each -2 cards, play the first X revealed, put the rest back, and the Drum of Despair in play. X is Voodoo Pin. When a villain relic is destroyed, remove it from the game, put a random relic from under Gloomweaver into play, then if there are no relics under this card, the ritual reaches its peak and he flips. Alright, here we go. Starts with fast following. Well, we got the Zealot out. Play another card. Another vast following. That's not good, because there's the Acolyte. Alright, at the start of the villain turn, everybody can discard 2 cards or take 2 infernal damage. I think we'll just take 2 infernal damage. Play the top card. Ophidia. Great way to start off. Okay. Shuffle the villain trash, and we're putting 2 voodoo pins into play from the top 2 cards. They're both zombies. Nothing happens. Everybody take 2 and 2. And then Ophidia hits the highest for 4, and that's Adora. Well, it's a good thing we have Dr. Medico on our team, isn't it? Healing Pulse. He will use that. And then end of turn, he will heal himself and Adora and Benchmark. Okie dokie. I'm going to start with Hyperspin because we need to come out swinging. And then I will play a Wipeout off of that. I've got 1 crash card in hand, so she deals 2 targets 4 melee damage each and herself 1. So it'll be 3 to each of the cultists hit herself. Oh, I'm sorry, that was actually 4 damage. Okay, her power is Cursed Treasure. The top card of your deck beneath Gyrosaur face up. When she deals damage, play or draw it. So, that's another Wipeout. Interesting. Okay, draw a card. That was a crash card, so it's another Wipeout, so it immediately goes into play. Wow. Okay, so the first thing we do is she deals 2 targets 5 melee damage each. We will kill the Zealot, summoning a zombie. She dealt damage, so I will play this other Wipeout, dealing up to 2 targets 5 melee damage each. Let's kill the other cultist. And then that resolves, so she's got 1 more 5 damage off of that. That resolves, and then we destroy Hyperspin. Wow, that was a turn. She's not going to be doing anything else for the rest of the game, but that was a turn. Alright, Benchmark's going to start with Reinforced Chassis. He'll play the top card of his deck. Shunt Energy. Cool. Draw a card. Alright, Adora will begin with Information Gathering. Draw 2 cards, and if you are Adora, you can play a card. So let's do that. And then I'm going to play the Sword of Protection. It's worth noting that Adora's base power is to search your deck or trash for the Sword of Protection and put it into play, but can't do that if it's in my hand, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Start of your turn, you may destroy this card. If you do, discard a card. When this card enters play, switch to Adora's She-Ra character card, and when it leaves play, you switch to her Adora character card. So we have the power, and we are now She-Ra. I don't know anything about She-Ra. I need to watch this show. Her power is Inspiring Bash. Adora may deal a target 2 melee damage. One hero target regains a hit point, and you discard a card. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to just take out a zombie. We'll heal Dr. Medico, and I will discard that, I guess. Draw a card. So this is how her mechanics work, is that when you're Adora, you're mostly like not fighting, drawing cards. When you're She-Ra, you're discarding cards. Alright, Obelisk Crater. Obelisk Object Y3A. Play this card next to a hero, then play the top card of the environment deck. When the hero next to this card will be dealt damage by an environment card, then we discard a card to redirect the damage. Let's give that to Benchmark, because normally I would give it to Adora, but she discards a lot, so. Plated Giant. Okay, play this card next to a hero. That hero is immune to damage from environment cards other than this one. I'm going to put that on Dr. Medico. Then the environment turn hits him for 3. That could be a lot worse. Okay, everybody discard 2, destroy 1, or take 2 infernal damage. I think we can take the infernal damage. There are no voodoo pins in play, so he plays Profane Zealot again, of course. End of turn, looking for voodoo pins still. There's one. Goes next to the hero character with the highest HP, that's Benchmark. Alright, Ophidia hits Benchmark for 5, reduced to 4. Zombie hits the highest for 2, that'll be Benchmark, and that's it. Alright, we're going to play Experimental Medicine. Turn on red right hand, draw a card. End of turn, 3 irreducible damages of 2. Let's just kill the Zealot. Okay, gonna play Read the Terrain, because that's actually gonna be useful with this variant. And we will use her base power. That's a Gyro Stabilizer. Awesome. Draw a card. Playing that just as soon as I can, just as soon as I have a card other than Sphere of Destruction. Okay, upgraded memory unit. And then we will Shunt Energy. Hit the drum for 4. Draw a card. End of turn, let's see. Yeah, I should have put the thingy next to him, whatever. End of turn, he takes 2 irreducible toxic damage, and then he draws a card. Alright, let us play Light Hope, Digital Guide. The first time Adora is dealt damage each turn, you may have Light Hope deal herself 2 energy damage. If you do, draw a card. Whenever Adora regains HP, Light Hope regains that much HP as well. Power is Adora deals herself 2 melee damage. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, discard 1 and put the other into play. I feel like I want to do that. Alright. She's been dealt damage, so we'll have Light Hope hit herself so we can draw a card. And then we reveal the top 2 cards of our deck. I'm going to play Swift Wind. This is the other target in our deck. Animal Companion. Power is shuffle Swift Wind and 1 environment card in their respective decks. Whenever Adora regains HP, Swift Wind also regains HP. The first time Adora is dealt damage by a villain target each turn, Swift Wind deals that target 2 melee damage. Draw a card. Very productive turn. Obelisk Crater plays Fresh Tracks. Reveal cards on top of the environment deck until a target is revealed. Place it beneath this card and discard the rest. When a target enters play, the players may destroy this card to play the card beneath it. I don't think we'll ever do that. We'll just keep that guy out of play for as long as we can. Thingy hits Dr. Medico. I should definitely get rid of that. Okay, everybody destroy 1 or discard 2 or take 2. Ugh, 2 damages racking up. Benchmark will discard 2 cards, even though he can take it. And unfortunately, Swiftwind can't retaliate because Gloomweaver has no HP. And then Gloomweaver hits Benchmark and the Voodoo Pin. Play Sable Pin. Here with the most cards in play. That is also Benchmark. That's going to hurt. End of turn, looking for more Voodoo Pins. There it is. That also goes next to Benchmark. We need to get rid of a few of these, because that's going to hurt a lot. Ophidia is dealing 7 damage to the highest, that is Gyrosaur. We will play that Gyro Stabilizer. And then the zombies do the zombie thing. Yeah, Swiftwind can take that one out. And that one hits Benchmark. Okay, start of turn, Dr. Medico hits himself for 2. We are going to do Immunization. Hopefully I don't forget that I've done this. Hits everybody for 1. They're all immune to damage. Then we are going to use Healing Pulse. He hits himself. He can do 3 rounds of 3 irreducible energy damage. Let's take the drum down to 2 hit points. Draw a card. End of turn, red right hand wears off. He will heal himself and Gyrosaur and Adora, because that also heals Light Hope. Swiftwind is at full HP. Alright, I ain't got nothing to play but Sphere of Destruction. You know what? When the Gyro Stabilizer entered play, I could discard both of those and draw 2 cards. That's more like. Let's play Omnivore. We'll destroy the Drum of Despair, and she regains 2 HP. She ate the drum. Next relic, Pouch of Bones. Okay, the zombies all have damage reduction now. Shuffle my trash into my deck. Actually, I think I will, just to get those Spheres of Devastation back. Let's use her base power. It gives us a Merry Chase. Okay, I've got one in hand. Draw a card. Alright, Benchmark's immune to damage, so that's good. He's going to play Subcutaneous Cybernetics. We will Shunt Energy. Yeah, no. Hit the Pouch of Bones. Draw a card. Takes no damage, no damage, no damage. Draw another card and heal 1. Adora. Well, all I've really got to play is Frontline Tactics. Reduce damage dealt to Adora by 1. That's good. And since she is She-Ra, whenever another hero target would be dealt 3 or more damage, I can redirect it to her. That'll be cool if anybody goes after Dr. Medico. Power, let's use Light Hope, because she can avoid dealing herself the damage and get a free card play out of it. Okay, we're going to play Takedown. Adora deals a non-hero target 3 melee damage. We will go ahead and hit the Pouch of Bones. Since she's She-Ra, you may destroy a target with 2 or fewer HP. If you do, Adora deals a target 2 projectile damage and you discard a card. So we're going to take out this zombie, since we couldn't do that anyways, and hit the Pouch of Bones. And then we will discard this extra frontline tactics and draw a card. Things are working. Oblast Crater. Shadow of Oblast. Oh dear. In the environment, turn this card, deals the hero target the second lowest HP 4 energy damage. That is Light Hope. It's actually 5 energy damage because there are no other predators in play. That's okay. And then Plated Giant goes to hit Dr. Medico, and we will redirect that to Adora, and she takes nothing because she's immune to damage. Awesome. Nothing happens at the start of turn. Oh, except that he hits all the voodoo pins for 2. That's very helpful. Thank you. Cursed Acolyte. Well, it's a good thing most of us are immune to damage. End of turn. X is now Cultist. Didn't get any. She goes after the highest, deals no damage. Dr. Medico and the non-character targets each take 4. So Light Hope is destroyed. Ow. And then Dr. Medico hits himself for 2, and immunization wears off. Okie dokie. Positive Prognosis. Deals himself 1 energy damage. Everybody draw a card and heal 2. That heals Swiftwind. He's got to be careful. He's close to dying. He's going to skip his power, draw a card, and then he'll heal himself and Gyrosaur and Adora, because that also heals Swiftwind. Okay, Gyrosaur. Indiscriminate Pass. I have no other crash cards in my hand, so she does not hit another hero target. Gyrosaur deals a non-hero target 4 melee damage. Let's hit the Pouch. That's gotta go, and the pins gotta go. And oh yeah, we can play a Merry Chase. That'll be useful later. She dealt damage, so let's reveal the top card of her deck. That can go into play later. Okay, yeah, that'll be useful. Flyby, Pouch of Bones, and hit a couple of the pins. And then off of that, play load on initialization. Let us use Shunt Energy. Pouch for 4. I'm counting on a Merry Chase to protect us from the Cursed Acolyte. Draw a card, draw another card. Take 2 irreducible toxic damage, discard a card to heal 1, and then destroy a card or take 3 psychic damage. I cannot do this twice. Should have thought of that. Let's destroy load on initialization, take 3, and heal 1. Alright, let's do Takedown again. Adora will hit this voodoo pin for 3, and then destroy it, hit the Pouch of Bones for 2, and discard a card. Got another frontline tactics. Power. I could get rid of an environment card. You know what? That's a good idea. We're going to use Swiftwind's power, and we will shuffle Plated Giant into the environment deck to save Dr. Medico from an untimely death. Draw a card, and that's it. Oblast Crater. Inscrutable Ecology. Reveal cards on top of the environment deck until 3 targets are revealed. Put them into play and discard the others. Reduce damage dealt by environment targets by 1. Oh good, we got something useful. That's all I care about. Nothing but targets. Alright, Shadow of Oblast. It's the second lowest. Well, the lowest is Dr. Medico. It's doing 3 energy damage. That would be going to Benchmark. He can take it. Take 2 and discard to heal 1. It is not increased because we have another Predator. Gentle Transport. Move this card next to a hero, then the Predator card with the highest HP deals each target in this card's play area H-1 melee damage. We're going to give that to Adora. She plays a card with a power on it. She can immediately use the power. That'll be interesting. Everybody takes 2 melee damage. Takes a grand total of 1. Awesome. Unknown Herds at the end of the environment turn. We need 0 or 1 Predator cards in play, so we have 2 Predators. And the Metal Scavenger. Move the top card of each other trash pile beneath this card, and this card deals each other target 1 toxic damage and itself fire damage. Okie dokie. Except it's dealing no damage, so never mind. Start of turn. He's dealing 4 damage to Benchmark, who will discard to heal 1, and hitting these for 2. Then he plays Strength of the Grave. Okay, that's fine-ish. End of turn, looking for cultists. Didn't get any. Ophidia hits the highest for 6. That's Adora. And then the Acolyte goes off, hits Gyrosaur. Everybody else is immune to its damage. Okay, that at least worked. Dr. Medico hits himself for 2. We're gonna triage. Discard a card. Dr. Medico deals himself 2 energy damage, and then we restore him to 10. Because, geez. I think using Healing Pulse is a good idea. Everybody else can heal 3. Draw a card, and then he will heal himself, and Adora, and Benchmark. Alright, a Merry Chase goes away, but it worked real good. Terrifying Momentum. Gyrosaur deals a target X plus 2 melee damage or X the number of crash cards in your hand. Hey, let's say that X is 1 because I don't have any crash cards, so we can hit Pouch of Bones for 3, draw a card, and we can play Hidden Detour. This card is played. Gyrosaur regains 2 HP, reveal the top card of the environment deck and place it beneath this one. Whoop! That's the Industrious Hulk. Okay, that can stay there for the rest of the game. I'm going to keep using her base power because it's honestly amazing. That's a wipeout. Excellent. Draw a card. I've been forgetting to read the terrain. Oh well. Alright, Benchmark's entire turn is going to be using Threat Neutralizer to get rid of Strength of the Grave. I could have done other things, but let's just get rid of that. Draw a card, draw another card, take 2 damage, and take 2 damage. And then heal 1. Hooba! Okay, I have 2 Swift Winds in hand. We're just going to go ahead and play him and immediately use his power. What environment card is causing us issues? You know what? I'm going to shuffle Inscrutable Ecology into the deck and hope that it comes back out. And then for her power, I guess we will Inspiring Bash. She will take out the Pouch of Bones. Hooray! Put the last card into play. It's the Grimoire of Curses. And he flips. Alright, increased damage dealt by him by 1. Oh, that's terrible. And everything else is the same. X is now zombie. That's fine. Reduced damage dealt to villain relics by 1. Not so fine. When we kill that, we win. Okay, 1 hero target gains a hit point. That's Dr. Medico. And discard a card. Alright, draw a card. Oh, here goes nothing. Alright, that wore off. Alright, Game Trail. When this card enters play the top card of the environment deck. If a Predator card destroys another target, that Predator deals each hero H-2 melee damage. That's bad, because I think that's about to happen. Inscrutable Ecology. Hooray! Are there any targets left? There's 1. There's a couple. It's nothing but targets. Okay, play this next to a hero. The hero next to this card is immune to damage from environment targets other than this one. We're going to play that next to Dr. Medico, because taking 3 damage from that will be a lot better than what this thing is about to do to him. Okay, hero target with the second lowest H energy damage. That's Benchmark. He takes 3, we'll redirect that to Adora. There are lots of Predators in play. The top card of each trash beneath this. Metal Scavenger is dealing no damage. Dealing environment turn this card deals a target other than itself with the lowest HP 2, reduced to 1 melee damage. Hey, that kills Crimson Pin. That's helpful. That destroyed a target, so we repeat the power and it goes after this other Voodoo Pin, because then Gloomweaver will take it out. This card deals each non-environment target 0 sonic damage. And then the Plated Giant hits Dr. Medico for 2. And oh yeah, the Shadow of Oblask is dealing 2 melee damage to everything here. Alright, Gloomweaver deals a target by 3 irreducible fire damage. I'm going to discard and heal 1. Wish I could turn that into something else, but that's destroyed. Yeah, he's not taking damage from environment targets right now. Everybody needs to discard a card, so that means we all take 1 infernal damage. Alright, this is going to be a rough... Oh, Vast Following. So I don't know if there's any cultists left in here. Oh, well, we didn't get any. That could be worse. Chosen Disciple. That could be that. Alright. Video's back down to dealing 4 damage. Hit Gyrosaur. Everybody take 2 and 2. And then summon a zombie. Zombie happens. She hits the highest for 3. That's Adora. And the zombie hits Adora. Okie dokie. We need to clear some shit out before we all die. Dr. Medico hits himself. That's bad. Let's do Prescription Strength. Red right hand. Draw a card. 3 rounds of 2 irreducible energy damage. We will just kill Cursed Acolyte. Like, I could start hitting the Grimoire, but we need to clear out some stuff here. Okay, Gyrosaur, let's read the terrain. Reckless Alien Racing Tortoise, that's good to know. Gee, I really wish I could get Sphere of Devastation to go off, because we could just nuke the environment, and I could stand to do that right now. But I'm going to play it anyways. I have no crash cards in hand, so she will deal 8 melee damage to something. That's worth hitting the Grimoire. And then they'll let me play Wipeout. X targets 4 melee damage each, so we can do 2 to be 4. Let's hit the Grimoire, and let's hit the Cultist. Use a power, it goes face up, draw a card. Oh yeah, and she hits herself for nothing. Okie dokie. Deployment actuation, because I got nothing. Hey, alright, I got onboard cooling systems. Power number 1, Shunt Energy. And let's take out the Cultist. Power number 2, he will heal 1 and play the top card of his deck. Countermeasures. That could be very useful if I can get Adora. Oh yeah, that should actually work. Okay, draw a card. End of turn, draw a card, and heal 1. Alright, and I played a software, so Cooling Doodly will go off. Let's take out the Gentle Transport so that... Yeah, well, you know what? That doesn't matter. He will hit that. I'm counting on countermeasures to deal with the zombies. Alright, start of Adora's turn, let's do Prescription Strength. That hero target regains 3 HP, which is to say he deals 4 irreducible energy damage to that. Increased damage dealt by this target this turn by 1. We're going to Duel of Fates. Adora deals a non-hero target 4 melee damage, discard a card. 5, reduced 4 melee damage to the book. Out of cards now. Use her base power. Deal a target 3, reduced to 2 melee damage. 1 hero target regains a hit point, that's Dr. Medico. discard a card. I have none. Draw a card, and that wears off. Got another one, though. Okay, this finally wears off with Inscrutable Ecology going away. I'm so close. Open ground. Once per turn, when a hero target will be dealt damage by a non-hero target, they may increase it by 1, play the top card of the environment deck, and if it's a target, redirect the damage to it. That's not going to be very useful anymore. Most of the targets are in play. Alright, Shadow of Oblask is going after Adora. 3 reduced to 2. Unknown Herds do nothing. Metal Scavenger does its thing. Hey, it's Cultist. Okay, everybody take 1. That kills the transport. She soaks it, takes 1. Dr. Medico's going to end up killing himself. Speaking of Dr. Medico, the Plated Giant will hit Adora for 2. This is going after the lowest other than itself. Okay, let's have it kill the Plated Giant and all of the zombies. Let's not even rely on benchmark being the highest. Just all those zombies can die, and then it goes after the unknown herds. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Moonwatcher deals each non-environment target 1 sonic damage. They hit Gloomweaver, finally. Oh, Dr. Medico's almost dead. Okay, start of turn. There are no voodoo pins. Everybody has to discard a card. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter. Dr. Medico is going to die. And he's got from the brink. Oh, shit. Well, we're going to do it anyways. Everybody take 1 infernal damage. Dr. Medico goes down. I think I can maybe win this round, though. I do not understand why this variant of Gloomweaver is so difficult, but it's so difficult. He plays Chosen Disciple, of course, looking for cultists. Didn't get one. Pull a zombie out, hit the highest for 4, that's benchmark. He will discard to heal 1, and hit the highest for 3, that is also benchmark. Okay, 1 hero may use a power. We will have Adora Inspiring Bash. Hit the book, heal herself, has no cards to discard. I'm going to play a Merry Chase, just in case. And then, I guess if you use her power multiple times, you can get multiple cards out at the same time. Not that that's necessarily a good thing for her, but I got another wipeout. Draw a card. Okie dokie. Threat Neutralizer, which means cooling systems go off. Power number 1, Shunt Energy. That will take out the book and we win. Whoo! So Adora ended up with no cards in hand by the end of the game, but so did Benchmark. And so did Dr. Medico, because he's dead. But hey, we won, and that was a really intense game. Let's take a look at Adora's deck. Powerful Intimidation. Adora's ability is reduced damage dealt by up to 3 villain targets by 2 until the end of your next turn. She-Ra's is up to 3 villain targets deal themselves 3 irreducible psychic damage each, discard a card. Sword Summoning. You may search your deck or trash for the Sword of Protection, put it into play. If you search your deck this way, shuffle it afterwards. You may draw a card, you may play a card. Rest and Recover. If the Sword of Protection is in play, destroy it, which would turn you back to Adora. Adora regains 2 HP. You may draw 2 cards. Restore Swiftwind to his max HP. Enchanted Armor. Increase damage dealt by Adora by 1. Adora, at the end of your turn, you may have Adora deal herself 2 psychic damage. If you do, 1 hero may use a power. Or She-Ra, the first time Adora is dealt damage each turn, she regains a hit point. Wish I'd had that. That's fine. Flash of Endurance. Redirect all damage dealt to hero targets to Adora. At the start of your turn, destroy this card. And if you're She-Ra, also reduce damage dealt to her by 2. Then it becomes useful. Splendid Reclamation. Adora. Each player draws a card. Adora deals 1 villain target 2 melee damage. She-Ra. Each hero target regains 2 HP. Adora deals each villain target 1 radiant damage. Insight Union. Adora. Each hero may use a power. She-Ra. Choose a target. Adora and up to 2 other heroes deal that target 1 radiant damage and regain 1 HP. Shatter the Blade. Discard up to 4 cards. Adora deals that many targets energy damage equal to the number of cards discarded this way, and if you're She-Ra, destroy the Sword of Protection, and if you do, destroy up to 2 environment cards. Healing Luminance. If you're She-Ra, at the start of your turn, up to 3 hero targets other than Adora regain 1 HP each, and when Adora would be incapacitated, restore to 8 HP and destroy this card instead. I kept getting very good support cards for her and then having to discard them for She-Ra stuff, but that's fine. It all worked out. I'm very pleased that I'm able to get to these decks finally. There will be a link to Arky's She-Ra decks mod. I can't remember if it's Arky's assemblage or if it's a different one specifically for She-Ra, but whatever, I'll figure it out, put it in the description. So, as always, thanks for watching. Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentinels Called DLC, Delphage's Archives, Arky's Assemblage, and the She-Ra Sentinels custom decks are not licensed to these products. Please support the official release and flip.